Hello and good morning. So this is what our table is looking like. So we have a lot of stuff out here on the table, a lot of crafts for creation because when I was doing the bracelets, I offered them to the table, and when I was doing the bracelets and the necklaces and all of that, and I offered them to come to the table, they decided to say, well, can you just leave the stuff on the table and maybe, I'll come back later and participate in what is on the table. So Carson has been doing a project for the totem pole, and so we had to create clay. At first, we was going to do a different type of molding, which was more creative idea that he wanted to do. We had got the blueprint from YouTube, and they had a structure, and then they made pop-out sculptures that went on to the structure. Well, we tried in the creation of making our own clay with cornstarch and some detergent, and then we have the paint to paint it and all of that good stuff. However, we were struggling with the molding. It wasn't drying. We couldn't get it quite right. He did not like some of the things that I was creating, like my bird and everything. He was like, no. So after many, many fails, we kept trying, and then we just had to do something that was kind of basic. So with this totem pole, and it is also supposed to be relatable, the teacher made it relatable to us and how we run our stuff and what our totem pole would represent. And I just want you to know, he told me that my craftsmanship sucked. He did not like it as well as what he had previously thought of, but after understanding it, he went ahead and went with it, and he said it does match our standards as well as what he had learned about the totem pole. So he grew to love it, but at first he was like, Mom, are you trolling? I know you playing with me. This is not the expectancy. You still have grooves and stuff in here. It's not as smooth. And I'm like, it's a totem pole. It's not supposed to be smooth. It's supposed to embrace the struggle. And so, yeah, but we're going to give it more tries, as these have already been created by Carson, and then this, and it is on the table because this is how we like to express ourselves and talk, and we're learning about the table, and we're coming together at the table and discussing these things. Also, Valentine's Day. So I was able and blessed to do bags, and I did the things that they liked. So again, coming to the table and paying attention to some of the things that they like and then gifting it to them. So this year, Tania has a friend, and when your kids have friends, they become your friends too. And sometimes the children don't understand that, well, when I have a friend, they're just mine. No, they're mine too, because everything you go with that friend, I go through it with you, because we talk about it, we discuss it, we think it, I come up with ideas if I have been there, or we go together at it as a new experience. So yeah, I got to do 4 bags, my 2 boys, and then her friend. And I put little things in there that they like to eat, like chips, snacks, granolas, drinks, and stuff like that. There's that counter. There is the bracelets. And I was looking for the necklace, and it looks like Tania has been into her friend's bag and ate the necklace. But it's okay. And with my kids, they had their own little juice, and it had their own little character. Carson had cars. Javen had, I think, a Ninja Turtle because of the turtle. Remember, slow and steady. And then Tania had a princess, a brown princess with hers, because she is a princess. So that was cute and that was fun. So I got to participate in giving back and being creative and showing them that I do pay attention to the little things that they like and just getting that right. And also, Valentine's Day. So my bag has been repaired and fixed. So there is that. I also get to refresh the same scriptures that I had in here, talking about the oil in the alabaster box and how Mary used her most precious ointment on Jesus' feet. So yeah, I get to rewrite these 3 sticky notes, pick a color, and write that on there. And those colors will be picked out of my mala, depending on the feeling there of remembrance. And then I put those scriptures down in there. So yeah, that has been completed, and it worked out great. Because sometimes I like to hang it low, and then I can cross this over, and it can become a choker. And when I do, you see the yellow, the pink on the side, and this brighter pink. Then you see the natural browns for nature, and then you see the red. It comes right in the middle of my throat, root chakra for truth, and that's that red that is represented on my mala for passion. We know pink is the femininity and brown is the nature. And I have my tassels here. So yeah, and my scriptures are in the inside. So yeah, got that finished, that stuff. Okay, so back to the totem pole. Right here we have female and male, and then togetherness right here with the hands, togetherness of the hands. These 2 heads, as you can see, they represent vision. If you can see the eyes and the togetherness. And then right here, her togetherness is the waters. So she brings about the waters. This right here is green. So he brings about the work of the field. Together they are doing groundwork. Right here is the different phases of the groundwork that is necessary. So you enter in not knowing what to expect. You see the teeth, because we know that we are all made under pressure, but Jesus was crushed for our iniquities. So we go in there and we do all of this work, regardless of how it's going to be, the pressures that may arise when we enter in. Now, the eyelashes and the eyes, they are closed, but you see the eyelashes. So right here, it is in the form of some type of animal walking. Then now you have it on its back, legs up. What is as below is as above. So some things you're going to be on top of, and some things you are not. But it is still a process after entering in. Then you have the serpent. And you see how the serpent is coming from the fields, and it kind of looks like a path. And it is black because it is the unknown. And then the serpent, there's the head of it, and then there is the tongue. It is in a greater than equal sign. Here is the sacrifice that was made from the community of people, humanity. It served its purpose with the waters and the fields. And with the hardship of going through that, it brought about transition and failures and also healing. So that sacrifice was greater than and equal to with the purity here. You also have the birds, because we're talking about the eagle eye. Once you have humanity, you have did the work, you entered in, you received that hardship of the journey, and it paid off. You have then reached new levels. So you have got your wings. You're able to fly and see these things coming into form. After you have seen these things coming into form, those clear waters have now arose, and you have completed the vision. Right here in the vision, You have the water, you have the purity, you have the sacrifice. You have those areas you have to enter in through the darkness. And you see a little brownery there for the groundwork. You see these two white dots, purity. This is them traveling through there. That was the envision. That was the vision the entire time. But it took you getting through all of these steps to get to that higher level. What is below is as above, the vision right here. So there that is. And so, yeah, we had a great time doing that. What we did is we took a soda can, and I got to put some more hot glue on this to stay, but he's already did the project, so it's already been done. We're just going to keep this here as a remembrance, because this totem pole represents everything that we have put work into as well, with humanity and getting together with what we can bring forth, making that sacrifice, going through those areas of life, entering in, learning that sometimes we'll be on top of things and sometimes we won't. But that's that pressure. It will create something, whether it's for our good or our bad. And there's that healing. There's that snake. Greater than, equal to those sacrifices. Because in order, obedience over sacrifice. Well, you got to have the obedience to be able to produce the sacrifice. So you got to follow the rules to be able to have a sacrifice there. So obedience over sacrifice, greater than, equal to. It will equal out. And once you reach those heights, you will have clarity over everything, and you will be able to see God's vision and how you fit in it. And so, yeah, that is his totem pole. Pretty cool. So yeah, that's what we had going on at the table. Also, I have right here a little bit of floetry. Describe cold weather as if it's hot. Her stare was cold, the icebreaker unfolds. Her Siberian husky instincts cause fright. The glacier glaze is met. Glimpse of iris outline the Solera. Not Titanic, but the tip brings terror. The point of the ship penetrates the pupil, while the cold, panting husky grips its shiver pool of November. Her chase for words beat like the soft crunch of unplowed snow. Its soft texture bounce off the rim of the earlobe. Snap, crackle, and pop. The chains of the intertwined tussle the land. A loud cling positions the horizon departing the North Pole. I'm clenching my scarf. This breeze is bold. The oxygen is less. The shudder of her eyelashes cascade like a deer caught in distress. The brush bowl of the sled tells the story of her debt. She's owed the hunt. Mascara her disguise. The bow is ready to win the prize. Frost wrapped in cuddle. Despite the bite, my runner took flight. Breaking away from the footboard, the mountain is closing to an end. She just turned the snowstorm to a desert sand. Hold the sugar, my legs won't bend. They're in knots. This blizzard is within, melting every drop. The meeting, melting, adjourn. Those mountains are now open. The crackle sounds are potent. Movements of seats dismantle towards my approaching speech. Bodies exit with warmth, while coldness seals the room. I didn't freeze, once hugged with chills of her perfume. Sparked by flames that make thunder boom. and that was titled Describe Cold Weather as If It's Hot. And so that was just a little bit of my fluidry today. And also, still doing my candle stuff, and I tried twine this time, and I soaked it in olive oil and candle wax to see how it was gonna do. It did pretty well, and then kaboom. So now we're going to try the sticks, the wooden sticks, and soak them in olive oil, remelt all of the candle, and see if that works. So yeah, still doing that stuff, making those little goals for when you don't feel like getting up in the morning. Reach for something that is small, that inspires you. Start with that first, and then go on for your day. And it is just like over here, to get up, I went ahead and reached for a little goal, and that is washing the dishes and folding clothes, because this is something that I like. So I was able to get up and enjoy that, and then I start on my bigger goals for today. So it's just finding that passion in the little things, and then developing that passion for the other things that you have to go out to do. So I started with those things this morning, and then I'm going to get on my journey. Here is my bag with my pens on there. Looking good, looking good. So yeah, that is those great minutes that is going to lead up to a great hour. And we are thankful for that hour and everything that comes along with it. Remember to give yourself your flowers. Give yourself your flowers, because if you're waiting on somebody else to do it, you're probably going to be waiting a long time. All right. Have a great day.